The discovery of America marked both the beginning and the end of civilizations. It was a journey that began with dreams, but ended in blood and the fall of empires. In the year 1492, a momentous journey began that would forever alter the course of history. The world, at that time, was a place of mystery and wonder, with vast oceans separating continents and cultures. The Atlantic Ocean, stretching endlessly toward the horizon, was both a barrier and a promise, a daunting expanse that few dared to cross. Yet, on a quiet morning, as the first rays of sunlight painted the sky in hues of gold and pink, a bold expedition prepared to challenge the unknown. At the heart of this daring adventure was a man named Christopher Columbus, driven by ambition, curiosity, and a vision that defied the limits of his time. Columbus convinced the Spanish monarchs, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, to support his quest. His plan was audacious: to find a new, faster route to the riches of India and the East by sailing westward across the uncharted Atlantic. On August 3rd, 1492, 3 ships, the Niña, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, set sail from the port of Palos de la Frontera, their sails billowing in the morning breeze. The crew, a mix of seasoned sailors and hopeful adventurers, left behind the familiar shores of Spain, uncertain of what lay ahead. Columbus was not the first to dream of reaching Asia by sea, but his determination set him apart. Armed with maps that were incomplete and sometimes inaccurate, he relied on his skills as a navigator and his unwavering belief that the world was smaller than most believed. Night after night, he and his crew studied the stars, charted their course, and kept hope alive as the days at sea stretched into weeks. The ocean was vast and unforgiving, and doubts crept in among the men. Yet Columbus pressed on, convinced that a new world awaited just beyond the horizon. After more than 2 months at sea, land was finally sighted. But what Columbus and his crew found was not the fabled riches of Asia, but a world entirely unknown to Europeans. A land of lush forests, sparkling waters, and vibrant cultures. The islands of the Caribbean, with their breathtaking beauty and diverse peoples, were unlike anything the old world had ever imagined. Columbus's voyage marked the beginning of a new era, one that would connect continents and change the fate of nations. The journey that began with a leap of faith across the Atlantic had revealed a world beyond imagination, forever altering the course of human history. Columbus believed he had reached Asia, but in reality, he had stepped onto a new continent, the New World, America. This discovery changed the course of history, opening the door to a new era of exploration and colonization. But it also marked the beginning of the end for great civilizations. Long before the arrival of Columbus and the waves of European explorers who would forever alter the course of history, the vast lands of the Americas were home to some of the most remarkable civilizations the world has ever known. Towering above the clouds in the Andes, the Inca Empire flourished, its people mastering the art of agriculture on steep mountain slopes, building roads and bridges that connected their realm from Ecuador to Chile. In the heart of what is now Mexico, the Aztec Empire rose to power, its capital city of Tenochtitlan, a marvel of engineering, with grand temples, bustling markets, and canals teeming with life. Farther south and east, the Maya civilization had already left its mark, constructing awe-inspiring pyramids, developing a complex calendar system, and advancing mathematics and astronomy to levels rivaling those of the Old World. These empires were not only rich in gold and silver, but in knowledge, culture, and innovation. The Inca built a network of roads and messengers, that rivaled the Roman Empire, and their agricultural terraces still stand as a testament to their ingenuity. The Aztec created floating gardens, or chinampas, to feed their growing population, and their art and poetry celebrated the beauty and tragedy of life. The Maya, centuries before, had charted the movements of the stars, developed a written language, and constructed cities that rose from the jungle like stone giants. Yet, despite their achievements, these civilizations would soon face an unprecedented threat. With the arrival of Europeans in the late 15th and early 16th centuries, everything changed. Spanish conquistadors, driven by a thirst for gold and glory, brought with them weapons, horses, and unfamiliar diseases. The clash of cultures was swift and brutal. War erupted as the invaders sought to conquer and control. But it was disease, smallpox, measles, and influenza that proved most devastating, sweeping through indigenous populations with deadly speed. In a matter of decades, millions perished, entire cities were destroyed, and the survivors were forced into slavery or subjugation. The legacy of the Inca, Aztec, and Maya endures in the ruins they left behind, in the languages still spoken, and in the traditions carried on by their descendants. But the arrival of Europeans marked the end of an era, a turning point that reshaped the Americas forever, setting the stage for centuries of conflict, adaptation, and resilience. Within just a few decades, millions had died, and entire empires had vanished. What the Europeans called a discovery was, for the native peoples, a catastrophe, an invasion. From that moment on, a new chapter of history began, a world connected through trade, conquest, and empire, and the birth of new nations, including the United States of America. But this turning point leaves us with one haunting question. Was it truly the beginning of progress, or the end of justice? If this story fascinated you, and you want to keep exploring the incredible events that have shaped our world, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you'll join a community of curious minds who are passionate about history, discovery, and understanding the forces that have made our present possible. Every week, we dive deep into the past, uncovering the mysteries, triumphs, and tragedies that have defined civilizations across the globe. Whether you're a lifelong history buff or just starting your journey into the wonders of the past, there's always something new to learn and discuss here. So, don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Your support helps us bring more stories to life, and together we can keep the spirit of curiosity alive. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really helps more people discover these fascinating stories from our shared human past. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. What did you find most surprising or thought-provoking about today's episode? Was there a detail that stood out, or a moment that made you see history in a new light? Your comments and insights not only inspire me, but also help create a vibrant community where we can all learn from each other. So scroll down and let me know what you think. And while you're there, I have a question for you. Should the next video take us deep into the mysterious world of the Maya civilization, exploring their incredible achievements in astronomy, architecture, and writing? Imagine wandering through the lush jungles of Central America, uncovering the secrets of ancient temples and deciphering the glyphs that tell the story of a people whose influence still echoes today. Or would you rather journey into the dramatic and turbulent era of the conquest of the Aztecs, witnessing the clash of empires, the rise and fall of mighty rulers, and the profound changes that reshaped an entire continent. Picture yourself standing in the heart of Tenochtitlan, the magnificent Aztec capital, as history unfolds all around you. The choice is yours, and your voice matters, so cast your vote in the comments below. Thank you for watching, for being part of this adventure, and for helping keep history alive. Until next time, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next chapter.